So this video is primarily meant to share my experience about my ride on Duke 390. 2 weeks back, me and Nagesh, we both went on a ride on my RC 390 and he got his Duke 390. And while coming back, I took his Duke. That's when I thought, okay, let me just make a video of it and share my experience of riding Duke. The first and the foremost thing is the comfort. So when I sat on Duke 390, the first thing what I felt is RC is much aggressive in terms of riding stance, and you will not feel really comfortable sitting on it. But Duke gave me a very different experience. So before I talk anything about further about both these bikes, the whole idea is not to compare, but just to share my experience, what I felt when I rode Duke. So again, I'm saying it is not meant to compare or put Duke down or RC 390 down, but just experience of mine. I'm a big RC fan and I really like all the KTM bikes, but it's more of giving a feeler how I felt when I rode Duke for the first time. Even though I've been riding in this group since a long time, I never took the chance of riding this bike for more than a year, but this time I thought, okay, let me just ride and see how different would be when I compare it with RC and Duke. Coming to the riding position, RC is very forward leaning, and as I mentioned, it is too aggressive. Whereas Duke riding position is pretty straight, and you will literally not feel any kind of pain in your back when you're really doing a long ride. I've done many long rides on my RC, but I didn't felt any kind of a pain, but definitely the difference of the riding position I could feel when I was riding Duke. Maneuverability on RC390 in sticky city traffic will be little dicey regardless of your riding style. Here the Duke will shine through, and you will really not feel any kind of discomfort, and you can easily move along with the traffic and pass through.
Of these empty
coming to the handling of both the bikes, the full fairing and improved aerodynamics of RC390 would give you a better downforce, and because of that you will feel RC is more planted towards ground. But the dynamics of both the bikes are more similar, and when you start pushing them to their limits, both would look like same. Just minor differences in terms of the aerodynamics, and also due being a street naked and RC with the full fairing, you will find differences. But yeah, it's again the comfort of the rider rather than on the bike.
It's all lies in hindsight. And as I lay here in the street, I see what I need. I need escape from
And now coming to the looks, my 100% yes would go to RC390, because look-wise RC gives you a super bike kind of feeling, whereas Duke is more of a street naked, and obviously like more of our Indians are more drawn towards a look of sports bike, so that's where RC takes over Duke. And now the foremost point which I would like to talk about is in terms of the touring. What I felt while riding this Duke, even though I rode it for about half an hour, I felt Duke would be more comfortable in terms of doing long tours when compared with RC390. But to be very honest, I've been riding since last 1.5 years, and I almost covered lot many places on my RC on an average of doing about 500 to 600 kilometers in a day, and I really didn't felt any kind of discomfort. But as I mentioned earlier, it is more your mindset rather than the bike what you are riding. But if you look at in general, yeah, Duke would be a better option for touring, whereas RC would give you kind of issues for a period of time. And I made this video just to share my experience of riding Duke 390 over my RC 390, and it is nowhere related to any kind of comparison or trying to put anyone down here. It was just an experience which I thought I should share, because I've been in this riding community since last 1.5 years. Hope you liked what I was talking, and also the music. Thanks for watching this video.